Howdy y'all, this is Dwight and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to attempt to show my process of removing the pivot pin from this knife because I'm wanting to redo it. I'm not happy with it. You can hear. Whenever you do this, the pin is pulling back into the handle there. Excuse me. This side's doing fine, but I've already seated the pin several times and of course flushed it down again, but it just keeps on pulling into the handle there. So I didn't get this side of the pin peened good enough, so I'm going to redo it, which is never fun. So I'm here at my little homemade anvil. I got me a center punch, and I'm going to do my best to center punch at the center of the pin, which can be entertaining. Get that. Give it a real good. It wasn't too bad. That is close enough. As we can see, I got a nice center punch spot there. So now we'll go to the drill press. Okay, one thing I will say is to have a decently sharp bit, which now the pivot pin on this one's a nickel silver for a bird's eye pivot, so it's reasonably soft, so it should drill fairly easy. I just got a piece of G10 I'm going to put down because my handle isn't finished out, but I still don't want to put heavy scratches or anything in it if possible. So I'm going to drill this out a little bit and go from there. We go. If you noticed, I was kind of pushing up on it a little bit because it was kind of wanting to tilt at an angle, and as we can see, I failed miserably at peening this side of the pin very well at all because it pushed the pin out the other side. So we're going to go to my vise and finish pulling the pin out now. Okay, we're at my I've got a little small vise on my little workbench here. What I'm going to use is this piece of G10 I've shaped. I should have thinned down the back side a little bit, but I thinned down this elbow portion to fit down in between the liners. After it's peened, this doesn't fit down inside the liners. So to support it, I'm going to use this piece of cardboard for that to rest on, and I don't want this up against the blade. I want it off just a smidgen, otherwise it'll end up pushing against the blade, which in turn will put the pivot pin in more of a bind. And then I just got this old worn piece cardboard with tape wrapped around it because I use this quite often during my fit up process. After I'm putting the knife under tension, this is how I take the knife apart and together. Okay, get this in my little vise, and we start putting some pressure on it. Make sure it's in there square. If it's not in square, it'll want to kick off to one side or the other. Okay, I'm going to raise you up just a little bit, that way we can watch the blade, because once I get the tension off the blade will actually relax forward. Okay, Got it in there just a little crooked. Like I mentioned, that is something to watch for. There we go. I believe I have it in there straight now. Okay, you see the blade drop forward? The blade is floppy now. This has pushed the back spring off the blade, and I'm not sure I will attempt to show. It isn't, like you can see, it isn't a lot. Okay, you can see it right there. It's out proud from the spine of the handle. You can see right there. So the blade is not under tension now. Okay, the hope is that we can put pliers on this pin and pull it out. I doubt that's going to work because the one side of the pin is still flared even though it's drilled and it pushed through, but there's still going to be tension on it. So we will see if this will work. Need to hold ever up here at the blade, because if it comes out we don't want it falling, because it is finished. Okay, that's not coming out very easy, which I didn't expect it to. So, but you know, you always try. I have some very small little punches. I think this one's too big. That might just work. So we're going to put it on the other side. Now this is where you need 3 hands. Okay, I'm pinching it between fingers and I'm pinching the blade all at the same time, because like I said, I don't want it falling onto the floor and getting scratched. And I'm just going to use a little hammer here and tap on the far side. Short, sharp taps. Okay, that's pushed in. I'm actually going to go to the smaller one because it will fit through the pivot hole of the blade a lot easier. I got it moving. I felt it stop moving. So again, short, sharp taps. Pin just fell out. You can see it's not there no more. Pull my little small punch out, and now the blade is free to come out. So I'm setting that on a piece of towel, and I'm going to take the pressure off of the vise now. Okay, pull all this conglomeration apart, and the blade is now out of the pocket knife. The handle is still pinned together on the center and butt end pin. As we can see, the spring has relaxed down inside the handle from the pre-tension. And I was fortunate enough not to damage my bird's eye pivot bushings. I'm now going to clean any residue up and of course make sure the blade is good and clean around the pivot again, and then I will proceed to do the same thing, put a fresh pivot pin in there and repeen it. So hopefully that works out. I just wanted to do a short video showing how I will remove the pivot pin after my knife is peened together and pivot pin not happy with. So hopefully that will help someone out. I will say center punching the pivot pin is very important, and as center punched as center as possible. I know sometimes that is difficult, but if it's off center, you'll end up drilling into your bird's eye bushing or your bolster material or whatever and create a large hole. So it's more difficult to peen together and possibly even ruin knife handle. But anyhow, thank you all for stopping by. Until next time, y'all take care.